Hi guys, this is Vishal here from Trapcode. In this video, we will understand a bit about CRUD functionality, that how to implement a basic CRUD application in Trapcode. Those who don't understand CRUD, so CRUD is basically a functionality to have the ability in a platform to create data, read it, update it and delete it, right? So let's say we are building a HRMS or we are building an employee portal where we want to add new employees, we want to manage data of existing employees, we want to delete data of employees. So let's quickly go and see how we can build a basic CRUD application on Trapcode. Build it, we need basically three components. One is the collection where we will store the data, then few pages where we will display the data, edit it, update it, delete it, and then few actions which will basically bind these collections to those pages. Okay, so let's go and create a collection. Okay, so to create a collection, I'll go to my collection tabs and click this button, add collection. Okay, so it will open a collection form where I can give the name of my collection. So let's say my collection is employee. Let's see, we are building a directory where we want to capture the data of employees, add new employees, edit existing employees, view all the data, and every day delete the data. Okay, so the name of the collection is employee. Okay, so now we want to add attributes or fields to the employee. So treat it more like a column of an Excel sheet or a year table where you have separate fields to store the data. So let's say my employee has a name. I'll say full name. Okay, create. Now we add one more field where we'll say email. Okay, so I'll say email address. Create. Okay, maybe a bit of description of the employee. We can either use a rich text editor or keep it as a simple text editor. Okay, so let's keep it as simple text editor. And maybe a static option where we want to assign some department to the employee. Okay, so I'll call it as department and can give a drop down. So this purpose of static option is to have a drop down field. Okay, so I'll say HR department, maybe accounts department, maybe sales department, or let's say marketing department. Okay, so now we have added a collection which has 4 fields: the name of the employee, email address of the employee, description of the employee, and the department to which he belongs. Let's go and quickly see how this looks like. Okay, so I'll go to my collections and here I can see the employee collection which we just created. Let's go inside it. So as of now there is no data, but if you see it has all the fields which we just created. So let's go and add few employees. Okay. So employee, let's say John, email address is john@gmail.com, description is Node.js programmer, and department I'll say maybe is HR department. Okay, let's add one more employee, Robert. Okay, .com, description, good guy, department, let's say sales. Okay, so we have just created 2 dummy records. Okay. So now let's start with the CRUD functionality. So first we will create a page where we will just display all the data. Okay, so we already have a home page, so let's use this. Okay, and display the data of the employees. So I'll just do a quick designing. Okay, so what we will do, we will just draw a component, a navbar component. Okay, so let's go and drop a navbar component. I'll call it as an employee portal. Let's call it employee only. Okay. Now let's go and drop a data table. Okay. So data table is a CMS component which display the data from the database in a dynamic way, right? So you bring the dynamic data from the collections on the UI. So let's go to the CMS component and drag and drop data table like this. Here I can choose, I want to bring my data from collection. Now it is asking me which collection, so I'll choose employee. Okay, and it is asking me filter, which is optional, so I'll just leave it as all records or all items. Okay, so it has created a dummy table which has department, description, email address, and full name. So I can rearrange these columns or remove as needed. Okay, so I'll just move the first name to the extreme left, full name to the extreme left. Okay, and see how this looks like. To view this application, so basically we are done with creating a very simple web application which has just one page, and it displays the list of employees from the collection. Okay, so let's go and preview this. So preview is more like a draft mode where you will see only the changes which you are making, and once you publish those changes, then everyone who is using your application will be able to see those changes. Okay, so let's view in the preview mode only. Okay, so once I click this button, it opens a page. It has the navbar which we created and the data of these two employees which we created. Okay, John and Robert. So the read functionality is done. We will see about the create functionality, that how end user or a HR department can add new employees. So let's go and create a few more pages. So now I need a functionality to create a new employee. So I'll go and add a page and say create employee. Click the create button. Okay. Let's go to this page. Now, as of now, this page has nothing. So what we will do, we will create a form here and then bind that form to an event. We'll see how this can be done. Okay. So again, I'll go to the components tab, go to the forms and choose collection form. So collection form is a component which basically creates a form on the basis of the collection. Okay, so it basically auto assign all the fields which are created in the collection. Okay, so here in the collection we have chosen employee. Okay, so as soon as I select employee, you can see it has created a complete employee form which has a employee full name, email address, description and department. Okay, if I want to see how this looks like, I'll just click the preview button and I can see employee form. Okay, so this form I can use, or a HR department, whoever the end user of the application can use to create new employees. Okay, but as of now it will not work because we have not yet told this form what to do, right? We have not yet assigned any event to this. So let's go and create few events. Okay, so to create an event, let's go to the event tab and click add event. Okay, so here we will create an event which is add a new employee. So I'll name my event as create new employee. Hit the create button. So now event is basically a series of actions, that what exactly needs to be done once this event gets triggered. So first of all, we'll say once the event starts, go to the collection and save the data. So we want to save the data of an employee. Save the data. It is asking me to which collection you want to save the data. So let's choose the employee collection. Leave all the fields as default. Once we have saved the data, we may want to show some notification or maybe send an email. So for now, let's show a notification, alert message that employee created successfully. Employee created. Or if something happens behind the scene or if fails, then show an error message that unable to create employee. Okay, now maybe after adding an employee, we want to redirect the user back to the list page. Okay, so that we can see all the employees together. So I'll go to the navigation tab and choose page redirect. Here we will choose that which particular page we want to send the user after the new employee has been created. So let's take them to home page where we are displaying the list of all the employees. That's all. So this event is done. It is saving the data, showing some message whether it has been created successfully or not, and once created, it is redirecting the user back to the list page or the employees list page where we are displaying the data of all the employees. Now let's go and assign this event to the create form. So I'll go to my pages and click create employee. So the form is here. Now we will assign the event to this form so that once the forms get submitted, it will take all the actions which we have configured in the event. So go to the settings of this form, this icon, click it, and in the workflow event tab, assign the event which we have created, which is create new employee, and it's done. So now let's go and see this form again. I'll reload this form so that the changes come into effect. Okay. So now let's add another employee. Let's say Julia. Email is Julia. Some random description and a department. So let's say Julia is from accounts department. So once I submit this button, it will save the data in the collection, show me some message, and then redirect it to the list page. Okay, so done. So it has saved the data, shown me the message, and redirected me to the list page with the new record for Julia being created. So this completes the create functionality. So anyone who is using this application will be able to create new records on the fly. So let's go and build the edit functionality. So to it, again, what we will do, we will create a page where it will have an edit employee form. We will create an event which will allow person to update the record, update the data, and maybe show some messages, and redirect the user back to the create page. Okay. So let's go and create a new page which is edit employee. This time we will need to assign or bind a collection to the page. Why we are doing it? Because we have to display the data pre-filled. If we will not bind the collection, we will not be able to display the data. So when you are building an edit functionality, it's quite obvious to show all the data which was created as part of create event. The users can see what the previous values are and what they can update. Okay, so let's go and bind the collection which is employee collection, and then just update it. So now I will be able to display dynamic values on this page. Let's go to the edit employee page. Okay, so once we are on this page, let's draw a collection form again. Now this collection form will help us to update the data of an employee. Okay, so I'll go to my forms again and drop the collection form. Choose the collection again, which is employee. Okay, now it has created a dummy employee form which will basically help us to display the data, but we have not yet told what needs to be done with this data. Okay, just for clarity, I'll rename this to update employee form. Okay, so let's go and create an event for updating an employee. So I'll go and add an event. I'll name this event as update employee. Now in this event, we will tell it to update the data. Now we don't have to choose the collection. We can directly go and choose update data. Since the ID is already coming from the form, so we don't have to give a collection explicitly. We can just save it. That's all. Maybe after updating the record, we want to show some notification. I'll say show alert message. Let's say employee data updated successfully. Unable to update employee. And after it, maybe redirect the user back to the list page, which is the home page. So now we have created an event which has three actions: update the data, show the message, and redirect the user back to the home page. So let's go and bind this event to the form, edit employee form. So I'll choose the collection form layer, and go to the settings. In the workflow event, bind update employee. Okay, so here we are updating an employee, so I'll just bind update employee. Okay. Now the task remaining is to be able to user to come to this form. Okay, so we need to link this form to employee so that they can click any specific employee and see the data of that specific employee and then update it. Okay, So to do that, we can go back to the list page. Here you see the edit button. In the edit button, we can just link this to the edit page. Okay, so let's go and link this. I'll choose the settings from the page. Let's choose the edit employee page. Okay, and here in the path field, you will need to choose the ID. So the ID signifies that which particular employee is getting edited, okay, or updated. Right, because every record has a unique identifier. So this ID we will have to send with the data. Now it's done. Okay, so let's go and see how this looks like. So I'll click the preview again, which is showing me the record of all 3 employees which we just created. Let's go and edit the details of John. Okay, so I'll click the edit button. Now you can see it is showing me the data of John as pre-filled. So this is why we binded the collection to this particular page. So it is fetching the data from John and showing me pre-filled. So let's say I update it to John Doe, and email I'll keep it as it is, and maybe add some more description and change the department from HR to marketing, and then click the submit button. So now the update event will get triggered, right, and it will update the employee information, show me some message, and then redirect the user to the list page. Okay, so let's do it. Submit, shown the message and redirected me to the list page. Here if you can see, the records are being updated now, but the number of records are still 3. So that means it has just updated the existing record and has not created a new record, which is exactly what we wanted. Hope this is clear. So let's go and create a delete event. So I'll go back again, go to my events, add one more event, which we call it as, let's say, delete employee. Okay, and create it. Now the same thing, I need to give actions. So the very first action is go to the collection and delete the data. Okay, so it is asking me from which collection. I'll say from employee collection. It is asking the alert message, that what message you want to show to the user when they want to go and delete something. So we will say, let's say, are you sure you want to delete? If they click the delete button, then we'll say employee deleted successfully. Okay. Now after deleting the data, we want to refresh the table or reload the page so that the page has only the records which are available. So what we can do, we can either redirect or just refresh, right? So let's do a refresh here. Okay, so I choose the refresh section, choose the page and choose the element. Here you see we are seeing data table. So this is the table which is on our home page. So what it will do, it will delete the record and then just refresh the table. Select this and click save. Now my event, delete event is also done. Let's go and bind it to the delete button. Let's go to the home, choose the delete button, go to the settings, and in the workflow event, bind the delete employee, right? So this is the action event which we want to execute whenever someone hits this button. Okay, let's go and preview it. Now if I go and delete this, it should get deleted. Okay, so let's try. It is showing us the message which we gave while configuring this event. So are you sure you want to delete? I can do cancel, nothing happened. If I do yes, it has basically deleted employee. Okay, so okay, it has refreshed the table and now only 2 records are there. If I want to add new employee, I can again go back to create. I can go back again to create employee form. Let's say add one more employee, James. Then submit. So the employee added. You can see the records here. You can edit it. We can update the records, and we can delete it. Right. So this basically completes the basic functionality of building a CRUD for any collection where you can play with the data. Hope this is clear. See you again in the next video. Bye bye.